Hi guys, guess what? We are at the airport and we are going to
Egypt.
Yes, so come with us and have some fun. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Gunjan
And I'm Atik.
and today we are going to talk about our 8-day vacation in Egypt.
Indeed.
And So the purpose of the video today is first of all to take you through the preparations that we made for our trip to Egypt. And so we will be covering the visa process, logistics, hotels, flights, and we would be showing you our journey from London Heathrow Airport to
Cairo International.
Exactly. And so let's begin. So I think we will first start with the
Visa process.
Indeed. All right, so the visa process is pretty straightforward, and we would be talking about the visa process from United Kingdom to Cairo. If you are an Indian passport holder in the UK, or if you are a British passport holder, then the visa process is pretty straightforward. And also, I think recently they have changed their visa policy. So if you
Yes.
are an Indian passport holder, you can simply go on the any Egypt embassy, even in India or UK, and you can on their website actually, and you can just straight away apply for an online e-visa. So I think the policy has changed recently. However, we do recommend you to go on the embassy website and check for yourself. We are only going to share our experience from the United Kingdom and how we got a visa from the UK. So I think if you are an Indian passport holder and if you have a valid BRP, so you can simply apply an online visa on their government website. We will share the link in the description below. In case we are not able to share the link, we will mention the website that you can go and apply for an online visa. However, when we were applying for an online visa, there was some kind of confusion. Do you want to explain what the confusion was?
So the first issue that we faced is there were a lot of websites
Yes.
that opened up for the very first time when we wanted to apply for the visa. So it was rather difficult to determine which is the right website that we should click. However, right, when you go to the official government website, okay, there they have the right links that you as prospective tourists to Egypt can click and fill up the form, put in all your details, go through the checklist that you have to prepare for your documentation, and once all is in place, you can simply fill in the form, apply the visa, pay the fee, and I think it takes roughly 2 to 3
2 to 3
working days for your visa to arrive.
Yes, however, there is a catch because when we were trying to apply a visa for the Egypt visa online, and we were already halfway through filling up the form, it gave us a kind of a message or a warning that we have to provide or book our tour through an authorized Egyptian travel agency. So that made us a bit skeptical and confused because obviously we were traveling to Egypt for the first time, and we didn't know that we have to book our tour through an authorized Egyptian travel agency. So just to be on safer side, what we followed was we directly went to the consulate, the embassy, and we got the sticker visa. And I think for us, we just wanted to be on a safer side. So I did call the embassy as well, and they mentioned that it's all right. Maybe their embassy portal was not updated. That was a policy during COVID or maybe last year, but the policy has changed. All you need to do is just fill in the form and you will get your online visa on your on any email account via email, and you just need to print it out and show it to the immigration officer. But because we just wanted to travel mind free, and that's what we always do, that we prepare in advance so that there's no hassle, we decided to go through the embassy route, and we did get our visa in 2 days. and they have a whole section on their website as well for respective countries that need a visa prior to traveling. Also, there are few countries that can just go at the airport and also get a visa on arrival. Even for the British passport holders, I think you still need an e-visa in advance.
Yes.
All right, so we move on to the next point, that is the requirements, what all documents you need to travel to Egypt.
Yes. So, requirement number 1.
Yeah, so requirement number 1, I mean, there's not a lot of documents you need. So the requirement number 1 is your passport, obviously. And in case you are applying in person, then you definitely need to submit your passport. But if you're applying online, the requirement is 2 photographs. I will just read it from the embassy website itself so that I don't give out wrong information. So a completed application form that is available on their website itself. And then you need obviously your BRP, copy of your BRP. Either you upload it if you're applying online, or you take a photocopy in advance and submit that to them. And so the application form, passport, BRP copy, and 2 recent photographs, passport size photographs, is all you need to get your Egypt visa, and the visa will arrive in just maybe the next day or within 2 days. And just to let you know, a single entry visa is for 60 days. I think it is for 60 days, and a multiple entry visa is for 90 days. So you can decide, and the fee vary. So we applied for a single entry visa because we were not planning to go back anytime sooner. So a single entry visa costed us I think 56 quid, which is 28 per person. So 28 pound per person, which is also very reasonable. If you're applying, and even if you're applying online, that is the fee. So it is around 28 to 30 pounds.
Yeah, round it off to 30 pounds.
Even for the multiple entry is around 35 something, but you can check on the government website.
Yeah, it may change, right? Subject to what the Egyptian government decides.
So moving on to the next point, that is the most important point, is your flights and your hotel. So just to let you guys know, because we were flying to Egypt for the first time, and a lot of our friends and colleagues at work recommended to go through a travel agency. I mean, usually I book everything, we book everything on our own, and I do the research before traveling. But this time we just wanted to make sure that we are safe because of all the things we have heard about Egypt, and there was some kind of preconceived,
there were some apprehensions.
So, I mean, the idea is to be transparent about our journey to Egypt and about our travel experience.
Yes.
So that's another topic. But yeah, coming back to the flights and accommodation. So yes, we went through a travel agent, and so we actually ended up paying slightly. I wouldn't say even slightly. I think we paid more because if you're obviously booking flights and hotels or tours through a travel agent, they will charge their fee as well. So that's why we are sitting here and giving you that information so that you can save money from the experiences we had. So the flight from London Heathrow to Cairo will cost you around 400 to 600 GBP per person, depends on if you're traveling around the off-shoulder month or you're traveling around the peak month. So the peak months being from December to from December to Feb, because that's the weather, when the weather is much nicer, and it wasn't really hot. Yes, there were a few days when it was quite hot, but yes, if you want to travel, if you want to do a budget travel, then you should look for the off-shoulder months, which is October to November and March to April. End of April is their off-shoulder month, where you will find less tourists, and maybe you can get cheaper flights, accommodations, and even tours for that matter.
Yeah.
So so that is the flight cost, and then coming to the accommodation. So you have the accommodation, I think roughly, if you're looking for, depends if you are going to stay at downtown Cairo or if you're going to stay at Giza. So Atiq will explain the difference.
Because you're in the city center, or as they like to call it, downtown, the rates are slightly on the higher end, right? Not as expensive as hotels in the UK, right? There is a price difference in Cairo. However, because the USP of the place are the Great Giza pyramids, and as luck would have it, we chanced upon a great hotel, right?
Yeah.
Which is the Great Pyramid
Pyramids.
Inn, and believe it or not, right? It's bang opposite the Great Pyramids.
You will see in the video.
And
in
you
the
will
coming
see
video.
it in our videos that we have curated for all of you. So, yep, we asked our travel agent to book us a room in the Great Pyramid Inn at Giza, which is roughly a 40-minute drive from Cairo International Airport, which is not that much. We rolled into Giza. We checked into our hotel. The hotel is absolutely brilliant. The
Yeah.
staff is superb, very welcoming, very accommodating. The check-in process was pretty simple because we had already pre-booked. Our details were already available.
I mean, you can decide. So, if you want to have a more of a luxurious kind of a stay around the Nile River, so I think you can choose if you want to stay around the Nile River, then downtown Cairo is your place. And if you want to experience Giza and other touristy locations are actually closer to Giza, like the museum, the bazaar, it's actually closer to Giza. However, it's a little bit of as we mentioned, it's a bit of a rough area, but I think our experience was very good because we wanted to actually see the light show at night, and also wanted to be in front of the pyramids, which felt majestic during our 3-day stay, and we absolutely loved it. In terms of safety, I would say yes. I mean, the place was really crowded, but there were a lot of armed police men around the area. It was also because we actually arrived on the day of Eid, so that was also the thing, that the area was really crowded, maybe more than usual.
Yes, I think because of Eid, the area was crowded.
Yeah.
But as Gunjan said, a lot of police presence.
Yeah, very true. However, like any other city, your safety is your responsibility. So we would also not recommend that if you're a solo traveler, you go out alone at night and explore the streets. Yes, we would definitely not recommend that, because at the end of the day, it's obviously it's a little bit of a rough area. But yeah, we didn't feel unsafe.
Yeah,
maybe because we were together.
whatsoever.
Yeah, we were together, and there were a lot of policemen, as I said. And I think we also didn't feel unsafe was because the Great Pyramids Inn hotel is just in front of the pyramids where the light and the sound show happens. So that's why that whole area was covered by police to control the crowd from entering the what do you call the attraction. And maybe that's why we felt safe. So that hotel is definitely really safe. All the hotels in that area, but we like Great Pyramid Inn. So in case if you want to stay in the same hotel, just to give you a rough idea, the per night cost of the hotel is around 60 to 70 pound, maybe during peak time. So that is from December on maybe November and December to Feb. However, off peak time, the cost can go down from, I think it's less than 60 pound GBP for a day. And the breakfast was included, Wi-Fi was included. They have a very good lounge as well where you can have dinner. That's where the view is. And because we booked through a travel agent, we didn't get an option to book a better room, as you will see in the video itself. So I was really disappointed with the room, because I specifically said to the travel agent that it's our anniversary and we definitely want a good room. But I think that's how they make the profit. So I think we ended up maybe in total we paid more for the hotel, but we didn't get the room. So I was a bit disappointed there. However, they do have balcony rooms. So if you are so we would highly recommend you to, as we have experienced it ourselves, and it's quite safe. You can just book the hotel yourself directly from them on their website. So in total, I think because it was not a budget travel for us, we didn't go with a budget, and we, I think, approximately spent around £3,000, a little over that, with all with the tips included, the food and the souvenirs as well.
That's for the entire trip, not just to Cairo, because
Yeah.
Cairo was just our port of entry. We obviously had the tours booked in Cairo, plus
The taxis.
the stay, the food, the various tourist attractions.
I think, yeah. But however, I mean, we will obviously also put down in our videos, we will put down the ticket cost and everything as well separately, so just that you can have an idea of how much you would be spending throughout the trip. The next thing was taxis. So the taxis, just to give you an approximate, first of all, when you reach to Cairo airport, there is a 24/7 taxi stand, so we would recommend you to book a taxi from there in case your taxi is not pre-booked via hotel. And Uber is also very safe, so you can use Uber as well. And just to give you an approximate, I don't know the kilometers we covered from the Cairo International to Giza, but I think our taxi costed us 1,000 Egyptian pound, which is approximately,
which is roughly $30 or 27 to 28 pounds.
And for Indian INR, it's around 2,700, or you can round it off to 3,000 rupees if you are traveling to Egypt, and that's the INR equivalent.
Yeah.
So that was the taxi. Yes, I have a very important point to make is the tips. So
Yes.
how much should you pay, and what are the expectations, and where you need to pay and where you don't need to pay. So I think tipping culture is a big thing in Egypt. They are dependent on tourists, and their means of living is,
yeah, tourism
yeah.
plays a big role, right, in the Egyptian economy.
Just to give you a rough idea, I mean, 100 to 200 Egyptian pound is something where you can give to people who are like tour guides, or who have given you a very good experience in service. Maybe you can give 50 Egyptian pound to your taxi drivers, or even the people who would be there at the toilets giving you tissue paper. So there will be people at the toilet giving you tissue paper in anticipation that you give them some tip, but they're not going to ask you, no, don't give me 50 Egyptian pound, give me 100 Egyptian pound. So you can give whatever budget you have, but yeah, do consider keeping a small budget for tips.
Yeah, so that's that. Enough talking.
Exactly.
We've got plenty of exciting things to show to all of you. The first one in the series is obviously our travel from London to Cairo and checking into our hotel, and then we have the very exciting trip to the Great Pyramids in Giza, and the attractions beyond Giza in Cairo. We've got videos covering the Egyptian Museum, the Bazaar, our travels to Hurghada, our trip to Luxor.
Yeah, so all that would be coming in the coming videos, so stay tuned for that and turn on your notification. So in this video, please enjoy our trip from actually London Heathrow to Cairo, and I hope that you would like our Egypt travel vlogs, and yeah, just do the usual. So if you like this video and if you like the information we shared today, so please do
hit that subscribe button.
Exactly. And if you have traveled to Egypt, or if you are planning to travel to Egypt, please don't hesitate to ask any questions in the comments below, or even you can follow me on Instagram, where I am going to put a lot of reels and other travel tips and tricks for Egypt. So you can follow me on Instagram. My account handle will be mentioned as well on this video. So stay tuned for more adventure. See
Bye-bye.
you.
Egypt.
Alright, so we are at the airport and I just cannot control shopping here as well. I need to buy something, so I really like these gold pieces and Atik is going to buy that for me. Are you?
I forgot my card at home.
I know that.
मैं खाली हाथ जा रहा हूँ इजिप्ट.
हाँ सारा मैं ही फाइनेंस करूँगी, मेरा एनिवर्सरी गिफ्ट है.
You're my sugar mommy.
I am his sugar mommy, by the way.
You're my brown sugar mommy.
Alright, let's shop and go. So I've taken a necklace and a bracelet. Thank you, not. I bought this myself. Did you like any perfume?
Like 3. So Yopa Gautier is good. Frey Hermes is good. I'm sort of confused between Yopa Gautier and Frey Hermes.
Take that one, the Gautier one.
Yopa Gautier?
Yes. Oh, by the way, happy Eid. Good choice.
To thank my agent, and my mother, and the Portable for this prestigious work.
We're gonna miss our flight if you
He's
take.
not wearing an underwear.
Nice. And guys, Atik is buying me this Miss Dior roll-on perfume as an Eid gift, right? Thank you. Alright guys, so we are walking towards our gate and Atik ने मुझे ईद की शॉपिंग करा दी है. शॉपिंग तो नहीं कराई है, मतलब एक परफ्यूम दिलाया, but yeah, thank you so much. Lovely. So yeah, we're now heading towards our gate and excited.
B43.
B43. Okay, let's go. Finally, like going to a country where you can like soak some sun and get some break from the rain. Let's go now. Our flight is.
Okay.
Hello.
Alright, we have arrived at our gate. That's the baby in which we will be flying. I'm gonna get the window seat because Gunjan likes the aisle seat because she
Yeah, I
needs
am
to visit the loo
claustrophobic.
a lot.
Yeah.
You're not claustrophobic. She just needs to visit the loo a lot. That's the truth.
That's not true.
Okay.
के साथ कोई बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग कैरेक्टर बैठे हैं. बोला था अपग्रेड करा लो कंजूस. Hi guys, so we have finally reached our hotel, which is the Great Pyramids Inn, and the room is okay. I mean, the hotel is really nicely located just in front of the pyramids. So it's 12 p.m. right now, and we haven't had our dinner. So even though we got some snacks in our flight, I think you ate something. They didn't have the vegetarian. वो हम आपको पूरा डिटेल में बताएंगे आराम से बैठकर हमारी पूरी जर्नी फ्रॉम लंदन टू कायरो. पर अभी हम जा रहे हैं कुछ ढूंढने to eat, and then we will see you in a bit and also give you a tour of the hotel. The room is like small. We don't actually have a view, but the view from the hotel is amazing, and we will show you tomorrow.
Yeah, but the good thing is we're actually bang opposite the pyramids.
Yes, and that's why we selected this hotel. So we are here for 2 nights. So yeah, let's go and eat something then. Our dinner on day 1, because we couldn't find any restaurant, everything was closed.